I'll show you what a typical day in my life looks like from the start. I'm flying to Detroit around 11 o'clock so I can avoid waking up early. The event is by Ram. I arrive at the airport. I have to take 2 flights with a layover in the middle of the trip, but you'll see how it goes. One of my events, because many times people watch my videos and think I'm on vacation, but the last thing I do is go sightseeing in the places I visit and all that. Let's see the whole trip today, the entire thing. I have access to the American Airlines Admirals Club and the American Express Lounge, which is in many airports. I do it mainly because for me, eating at the airport, like getting a hamburger and a Coke or beer, costs $30.
It costs $500 a year and just 2 visits cover that, so you eat free after.
You eat well at both places and you can shower whenever you want. The American Express Club, that's the Centurion. They also have good food there, and all of them have drinks. If you want to have wine or beer, you can do it. I don't have much time today since I arrived a bit late. I'm going to get coffee at the American one and Almirall, then return to the gate. It's a long walk, but since I'll be on planes for hours, it's good for me, so I'm not sitting all day. Let me give you a travel tip. When it's your turn, travel to Science and Me. Even in summer, bring a sweater or coat, as planes can be very cold. That's a long flight, you're going to have a really bad time, really bad. First class usually has blankets, but elsewhere you don't, and it's uncomfortable. An hour and a half. This flight was quick. I'm making a stopover now. Here in Charlotte, there's an American Express Centurion Club, so I'm heading there. There's also an American one, but I'm going there. Express, better food, internet, everything. That's where I'm going. And at 3:30 to Detroit. This airport is super huge because it has connections to the whole world. It's not the biggest in the United States, but it's among the busiest and largest due to many layovers. And there's a flight attendant here. Beautiful. Oh my God, wow. I've walked for 10 minutes. That's how big it is. I'm already leaving the Centurion Club. Ordering that food at any airport restaurant, even without a beer, would have cost over $30. That's why it's worth it. I travel all week, 2 or 3 times. Imagine my yearly spending if I wasn't in that club. And just to clarify, I drink water at night now. If I go to a cocktail party now, I told you I'd bring Ram. With them, there's alcohol and you have a beer or a wine. But during the day, no, not during the day. I'm traveling and all that, and it might seem like a vacation, but when you do this every day, all week, the whole day, airport, get on and off, like last week when someone dropped a popsicle on me, complicated. On my second flight, I'm behind first class and didn't get an upgrade. It's only an hour and a half, and they usually upgrade me when it's empty, but not this time, nothing. I left my house at 9:30 in the morning. It's 6 in the evening here in Detroit now that I'm arriving. The second departure there in Charlotte was a little delayed. The plane that landed on the runway we took off from had a blowout. A tire blew out, so they had to clean the rubber off the runway like on racetracks, which delayed us. Now they must be waiting for me here. A sign that says, at airports, we always have to go to the luggage area to look for our bags. He usually waits for us with a sign that says Ram or the company name. No, well, I arrived in Detroit, and I don't see anyone here at the airport waiting for me. This doesn't always happen, but every now and then it does. I'm going to sit down and check the emails about who's picking me up and how things are. That's why it's important to read all emails carefully. I assumed they were going to wait for me, but they're not going to wait. But they left a car here assigned to me at the airport so now I'm going to go look for it. I know how to do everything, but I trusted that they were going to wait for me because I didn't read. But I won't find the email with the details. I'm going to cross to the other side of the airport through a tunnel, then go down to where the company buses are, where we park the car to clean it again. I wasn't sure about the car they gave me, but it's mine now. This Jeep Grand Cherokee is a plug-in, right?
And with it, I'm going to the hotel. Well, since they left it here for me, I'm going to take advantage and talk a little about it while I'm driving, but this is what they left me here now.
Well, already inside the Jeep. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I'm 25 miles from the hotel where they're sending me to talk a little about this Grand Cherokee plug-in, because I've had the chance to try them all. Okay, it's a plug-in hybrid. There's Mari talking because I have to navigate since I don't really know where I am. That combines a 2-liter turbo engine. Okay, and 2 electric motors, not just one, 2 electric motors that give you 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. This is a car that has a lot of power. Okay, and there are 3 ways to drive it. And we have electric hybrid, we have e-safe, and if we just want to go on gasoline, we can also go in gasoline mode. We're just going to leave from where we are now. They left me a coupon. I've done this before, but it's always good
to come prepared.
They charged me $15. I thought this was prepaid. They left me the car but didn't pay for it. I paid the $15. It's fine. They left me the car. Here we go. Well, I have a 23-minute drive, so let's keep talking a little about the car. Where am I?
It's now Romulus, Michigan, but I'm heading to Ann Arbor.
In electric mode, I can drive between 25 and 26 miles without using gas, okay? When the battery runs out, the system, this hybrid, maintains a combined efficiency of about 23 miles per gallon or 56, what they call MPG, miles per gallon equivalent. Well, the acceleration is smooth, okay? And that acceleration is smooth thanks to the fact that we have Torque that's pretty much instant, okay? And it's really hard for you to notice, okay? When you're using the electric motor and when you're using gasoline, it's something you can't touch or feel or anything like that. And you know that here in Detroit, it's what they call the Automotive City Power Excellence. And this hybrid from this brand fully represents what they call Detroit's legacy. Performance, innovation, power. We do all this without sacrificing any efficiency at all. And it's fully equipped with Uconnect. That's what I'm using right now. Wireless, of course, for this Apple CarPlay, which I connected through that, so it gives me a wireless connection.
We also have it for Android.
The screen is 10.1 inches. It's a touch screen, of course. The sound system, which is very good, is the famous Macintosh system, which has 19 speakers. In terms of safety and assistance, it includes adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring system, 360 cameras night vision, driving assistant, like what's called active drive assistant. Look at the keyboard. I also really like the panoramic sunroof I have in the front and back because it gives me a lot of space and a lot of light inside the car. The battery in this car is completely sealed against water. You can go in up to 24 inches because you always worry about not compromising the electrical systems. Nothing happens. It's a Jeep. You expect someone will take it off-road through dirt and water. This has what's called Quadra Track 2 4x4 and the Quadra Lift air suspension. In some models, because they're optional, you can take this into terrain that's pretty tough. It tows 6,000 pounds. Here in Detroit, you know, this is the cradle of automotive innovation. This is where this great Cherokee was born, okay? It was born and is produced at the Jefferson North plant. Here, So, I'm in what's called the soul of Motor City. Because this is an SUV, this brand keeps the spirit of Motor City, okay? Why? Because it keeps the tradition. Toughness. They include all aspects of the electric evolution. Since this is the 4X-6, if you charge the battery at home with level 2, it can take 2 or 3 hours to charge. So it can easily do it overnight. With a regular outlet, it takes much longer, but even so, it is still significantly reduced your monthly fuel cost. And in this case, in particular, Jeep is assuring it has a lower yearly fuel cost than any previous Grand Cherokee to date. While I'm on this drive, since they left it for me at the airport, I have to use it, even though I'm not sure why I came here. Here in Detroit, I can tell you that if I step on it, it's pretty powerful, pretty capable. The thing is, I don't want to get a ticket there. I have to be careful with that. Okay. It's very technological, it's very efficient, deeply connected to that American automotive heritage. That's why it has the flag, even in several places out here. And I really like the visibility it gives me. The materials are very good. I have leather here with good stitching. The Jeep logo in the center, the connections, the contact. I can heat the steering wheel, seat heating, cooling. Here I can control the height. Here I have a rock mode, mud mode, snow mode. Automatic and sport. I'm going to put it in sport mode now, and you feel the change immediately, just a bit of the sport mode. And I have 4 load settings down here for descent on the other side. The car is great. I'm glad they let me have it, since they wouldn't let me use any brand but theirs. I'm working with them tomorrow, specifically from Ram. I didn't want to miss the chance to discuss this car with you while we're here. In Detroit, you have to take advantage and seize every possible opportunity. So you can see what's here and what a day in my life is like. In this thing called my job, because a lot of people watch my videos and comment on Instagram. No, you just spend your time on vacation traveling. That's not true. You've seen that my day-to-day hasn't stopped, it hasn't been a vacation. Okay, here I have the camera also in the rear view mirror. If I don't want to use the mirror, I have the camera. My day? I'm heading to the hotel now. It's almost 6:44. They might have dinner or tell me it's on my own at the hotel. So that's what I'll do. I know this hotel because I've stayed there several times for jury duty. But anyway, I didn't want you to miss the chance to see a little bit of this car. I'm arriving at the hotel. I have 0.4 miles left, but I know the area because, as I mentioned, we hold the NACTOY event here. Your destination's on the left. I was just informed that the restaurant closes at 8:30 tonight, so I have to hurry if I want to have dinner. Well, this is my room. It's freezing, so the first thing to do here is to warm this up a bit because, I don't want any kind of cold. It's a simple hotel, like I said. I've stayed here many times already because for the NACTOY event, we stay at this hotel. It's going to be here again this October. I don't know if I'll be able to come because I have another company's event on the same date. I'll see what I can do, but anyway, I'll keep going. You already saw it. There are as many days as today has been.
I'm going down to the restaurant.
I'm going to have dinner here, just me, and the restaurant is full, but everyone came on their own. And on Wednesday, there's another group here. I'm not sure how big it is or what we'll do tomorrow. I'm ordering an old-fashioned since it's nighttime and I can have a drink. And maybe I have to choose between meat and fish. I'll see what I have for dinner. I ordered the Chilean sea bass and an old-fashioned for dinner. A little bit of mineral water, here we have it. Salmon pate, butter, and some bread.